Hi everyone, in this week's video we're going to be doing a sketchbook tour. When I did my art supply video, when I showed my sketchbook, a lot of people seemed really interested in my sketchbook, so I thought it'd be fun to do a sketchbook tour. So let's get started. So first we have these sketches of some sitting poses. I was practicing for my sitting pose tutorial and trying to decide exactly what sitting pose I wanted to do. And here we just have a random doodle of a girl. I was thinking about doing a looking over the shoulder tutorial. So that's what that was. Here's another sitting pose and a little strawberry. And then over here we have some anatomy practices I was doing. I was just looking up random poses online and practicing them. I'm still kind of happy with how this one turned out. I like this one. And I also like this one. I like how she's like, ah, what am I gonna do? Next we have this dude. He is not wearing a shirt apparently. I think I couldn't think of a way to make his wings work without having like a gaping hole in the back of his shirt, so he's just not wearing one. I do like how his wings turned out though, they're cool. Here we have this jester girl. I really like how this one turned out. I've always really liked this one. I really like the diamond pattern that's like all around her. It makes her look kind of magical. And I colored this with Copic markers. I don't have very many colored pictures in this sketchbook, but this is one of the few colored ones I did, and I really like how this one turned out. I really like her hat. And next we have this sketch of the dude. So here we have this cold girl. I was cold when I was drawing this because it was really cold outside. Here we have a picture of Link from Breath of the Wild. I think I have some other Link drawings in here. I probably draw Link way more than I should. Oh, poor Chase, look at his face, there's a hole. Oh, okay. So these were some doodles of Chase from my next door neighbor. And on the other side of this paper, I had a drawing of a hand in like this pose. And then I really liked it, so I'm like, oh, I'll use this as a reference for my hand pose tutorial. So I do often make references for myself when I make my tutorials just to look at while I'm making the tutorial. So yeah, I ripped that out of the sketchbook and now Chase has a hole in his face. Poor Chase. Here I have some anatomy practices that I was doing of just male upper body. And here I was practicing how to draw a kitty. I was thinking of doing a kitty tutorial, but this kitty, I just felt like it wasn't very good. So I'm like, oh, I'll wait on the kitty tutorial. I mean, I do think this one's kind of cute, but I didn't really feel like I could teach how to draw it. Next we have this fox girl. I did this with a ballpoint pen. I just found one lying around and I decided to use it, and I'm really happy with how this one turned out. I really like her face proportions and her ears, and I just overall like the feeling of this picture. And on the other side we have this one. I don't really like this one as much. I mean, it's okay, but I like the fox girl one a lot more. Here we have this doodle of a boy. I really like his design. I was thinking about making him an OC. So here we have some more anatomy studies I did, and this random dude with an eye patch. I don't like this one. Don't look at this one. I don't like his arm. I don't like this one. Next. Oh, here here we have, okay, so I'm a major Haikyuu fan, so here we have Kageyama. He's holding a volleyball. And here we have a little chibi Suga. At first I had just Kageyama here, and then I'm like, oh, I want to draw Suga, so I drew a little chibi Suga, and he's like, what is Kageyama glaring at? And then we just have Tanaka. He's very small, and he's making one of his really weird faces. I like how his face turned out. It looks like one of his facial expressions. Here we have a human version of Revali from Breath of the Wild. Revali's kind of a jerk face, but I like his character. He's kind of cool. I like him. This is the male body from my male body tutorial. We'll move on. That's boring. Oh, here we have my sketch of Kobato from Kobato and her stuffed doggy. I can never say his name. Irogi. I can never say his name, but her little puppy companion. This manga will always make me cry. I always cry when I read it. It's so sad, but like it starts out happy and then it gets sad, and then I just really like this series, Kabato. It's very cute. I'm really happy with how this sketch turned out. I think she looks really cute. Here we have T from Puyo Puyo Tetris. I really like Puyo Puyo Tetris. It's a really fun game and the characters are hilarious. Here was a random sketch. These next few pages are just gonna be random doodles. I kind of had to make a video at the last minute, so I was trying to draw something for the video. Here we have this fairy girl. I was just trying to make a video at the last minute because I think I was waiting for like a product to come, but it didn't come in time or something like that, and then so I was rushing to make a video, and that's the week I did my redraw challenge. That's what I ended up doing. So yeah. Oh, here we have, my sister loves this one every time she sees it. I did this with one colored pencil, I believe. I was trying to see what I could pull off by using just one colored pencil. So here we have this girl. I really like her facial proportions and how her eyes are shaped. I feel like it's really unique and different compared to what I usually do, and I really like how her hair turned out. I overall just really like this one. Here we have some random anatomy practices. Over here we have this yoga pose. I was looking up yoga poses online, and this was my study of the yoga pose. I could never do this in my life. That looks crazy. Here I was doing some profile studies. This one I used a reference of an actual person, and here I was kind of drawing one more in my style, and I kind of wrote down some notes down here about things I want to change. Oh, so here we have Hein, oh, I can never say his name either. Hein Wittgenstein. I can't say his name, but here we have Hein Sensei from the Royal Tutor. I'm currently reading the manga and I'm really enjoying it. I love Hein Sensei. He is super cool and super adorable at the same time, and he's my favorite character. Here we have some profile body studies. Oh, here, I really liked this one. It was raining outside, so I wanted to draw a girl walking out in the rain, and I really like her poncho and how it's see-through. So I colored the picture normally, and then where the poncho was, I went over with a blue color pencil, and it just gave everything like a hint of blue and made it look like she was wearing kind of a see-through poncho, and I really like how it turned out. Here we have a drawing of Link in the Sheikah armor. I think, yeah, the Sheikah armor. I love the Sheikah armor in Breath of the Wild. It's like my favorite armor because it's so good for sneaking up on all the monsters. I actually fully colored this one in Copic markers on my Copic marker paper. But here's just the rough sketch of the picture. Here we have, hair. Ugh. I have long hair, so my hair ends up on everything. Here we have some sketches from my Anatomy Quick Tips video. So yeah, that's what we got there. Here we have this little chibi fairy. I really like the soft gradients of colors, and I used color pencils for this one. I sometimes forget how much I love using color pencils, but I really liked using them for this one. Here we have my OC Tala. Here we have this flower girl. I was just drawing late at night, and I really like how her little flower crown thing turned out. I really like this one. Oh, here I was watching Say Yes to the Dress. So I drew this girl in this fancy dress. I was just using a pen, I think. And then I added him later, and he's like, oh, she's so pretty. Oh. I don't know if you guys will be seeing him yet when I'm posting. Okay, well, this is mild spoilers, maybe. This is Emmett from My Next Door Neighbors. He's going to be appearing soon. He's a small role, but I wanted to design his character. So this is Emmett. He will be joining the cast of My Next Door Neighbor soon. Here we have, I was reading a lot of shoujo manga, so I was in a shoujo manga mood. And so we have, I'm sorry, I'm a coward. And like she's crying and it looks all shoujo-y. I was just really in a shoujo mood and I wanted to draw like a shoujo picture. So yeah, that's this one. I'm really happy with how this one turned out. I really like her facial expression. I feel like she looks sad but still very cute at the same time. Here we have these studies of Link. I have the what's it called? I have the Zelda, Legend of Zelda art book. So I was doing some studies out of that book, and it was really fun. I really like this one. This one's really fun, and they're really cute. So more pictures of Link. This one was just a random doodle. I looked up some clothes online, and I saw a person wearing something like this. I don't really like this one. I feel like it's really stiff, and I don't like that one. Oh, here I was watching Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, so I wanted to draw like a human Leo. I don't know, I just drew him with a bandana, and he also has these two swords. I was trying to play around with perspective with this one. I feel like I need to be better about drawing from different perspectives, like a low angle and a high angle, instead of just like straight on. So yeah, I was practicing that here. So yeah. Oh, here we have Akashi from Haikyuu. Once again, I was trying to practice from drawing from different angles. This is from like an above view. I love Akashi. He's so cute. And here we have a little Bokudo. He's also very cute. Here we have Lady Lighten. I still don't know her name. I think it's like Catriel. It starts with a K, I believe. But here we have Lady Lighten, and she's like, "It was you," and she's doing like the usual Professor Layton like hand pose. I'm super excited for this game. It's available on mobile right now, which is kind of torturing me because I'm waiting to play it on 3DS because I want to play it on my 3DS instead of on my phone. So I am trying to be patient and wait for it to be on 3DS. Here we have this character, Amy, from a webtoon called Space Boy. I started reading it recently. I totally binged all of the chapters and read them all, so I'm caught up now. But the character is so adorable, and I love the characters. So I drew Amy. She's adorable, and her gravity-defying pigtails. And here we have Oliver. Oliver is also adorable. I drew him very blank expression. So I like his overall look. I think he turned out kind of cool. Oh, here. So I've been working with polymer clay lately. I'm a total beginner, and they're not like that amazing or anything, but I thought I'd try making like a little chibi Hein Sensei figure. It didn't turn out very good. It's not very good looking, but the sketch is really cute. I like little chibi Hein Sensei. He looks cute in the drawings. The figure I tried to make did not look so cute. Here we have this picture of Girl with Glasses. Oh, here we have, okay, kind of my OC Elliot, but it's kind of not. Elliot's one of my OCs, but I feel like he's kind of a work in process because I can't ever fully decide on how I want to draw him. So here we have Elliot with what I call his long hair. He originally had short hair, but then I gave him longer hair. But now he just looks like Chase. I never realized how much they look alike. Like, they have very similar eye shapes. So when he has the long hair, he just looks a lot like Chase, and that bothers me. So here, I kind of redesigned him a little bit. It's really faint, but I gave him his short hair back. And I tried drawing him looking a little older because he is one of my older OCs. He is 20 or 21. He's in his early 20s. So he is older, so I was trying to draw him looking more his age. So yeah, and I gave him short hair. Elliot is a work in process. Here we have this samurai dude. I was once again watching Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and there's this bunny samurai warrior called Usagi. So I wanted to draw a samurai guy just because I felt kind of inspired to draw a samurai guy. Okay, here we have another drawing of Link. It had been a really long time since I drew just a more normal Link. I've been drawing Breath of the Wild Link like a lot, so I thought I'd draw our usual green tunic Link. I was using a reference for this pose. I feel like it turned out pretty cool. I feel like it has some motion to it. The anatomy is a little wonky in some spots, but I overall like the feeling of this sketch. I feel like it's kind of cool looking. And then here, okay, so I'll get to this one over here in a second. Here we have this picture of Suga from Haikyuu. I didn't realize how many times I drew Haikyuu characters. But here is Suga, and I was drawing him in a really dynamic like setting pose because he's a setter, but it did not turn out very good. So I just still did the study, and I did learn from it, but I did not like it. I'm like, I can't draw Suga looking this ugly. So I just erased it and used my ink pen just to do a quick doodle of Suga. I actually really like how this one turned out. I think this is the best I've ever drawn Suga. He's kind of difficult for me to draw, but I like how this one turned out. Here, so after that whole disaster of a pose, I decided to do some more anatomy studies. So here I have some back muscle studies. I feel like I never know where to place like the shoulder blades and just like stuff like that. Like how close are the shoulder blades to the backbone? So I was like, I need to do some anatomy studies. So here are some back anatomy studies I did. And here are some front belly anatomy, front torso anatomy studies I did. I think I learned a lot from these. I was looking at muscle diagrams, so I'm trying to understand the muscles a little bit more. Here I actually shaded this one just to help me get an idea of how the form of the muscles are and like how the light hits them. So yeah, so here I was doing some leg studies. This page is the last page, I think. Ooh, it is. And da da da, it's done. So here we have my characters from my next door neighbors, and I drew them in one of those draw your squad memes, and I saw this one and I thought it was adorable, and it had 4 characters, so I'm like, oh, I have to draw Doris, Annabelle, Chase, and Brayson, and they all look really cute. So that is the end of this sketchbook tour. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you all next week in my next video. Bye!